Hello everyone, today we have another video review and this time we have a chance to check closer new Tiger 1 Gruppe Fehrmann, as you can see, and this kit comes from Rye Field model. Of course it's molded in 1/35 scale, and here we have a short list of the features. So model includes the workable tracks, workable torsion bars, also there is of course high accuracy of the details, and footage parts are included into this kit. So box art is quite simple, as you can see it's tank in the side profile. Then we have some of the features of this kit. So here you can see, for example, the special tool for the tracks assembly, PE threads, and also the how track wheels are assembled. And here is the decals sheet. And from the other side we have two marking options which are included into this kit, and we will see them further in the review. This is a top opening box, and that's what we find inside. So there are plenty of plastic sprues, and let's check them one by one as usual. We will start from the top one. As you can see, almost all sprues are packed into the separate plastic bags, so no worries about their, let's say, condition after some rough shipment. And here we have first sprue. Just give me a second to remove the box. And here it is. The first one, which is dedicated to different parts. For example, here you can find the drive sprockets, engine bay covers, and even the front fascia of the tower and of the turret. Of course, the molding quality is quite nice. Some of the attachment points are a bit thick, nevertheless it shouldn't be difficult to cut through them. And note that towing cables are provided in form of these parts. I will zoom camera for you, which look nice, but will require some, let's say, weathering to be done in order to look a bit more realistic. Then we have two plastic sprues which carry absolutely identical parts, and of course, as you can guess, those parts are designed for the use in suspension area. Just give me a second to remove them because it's a bit tight fit. And here we are. So again we have drive sprockets here. Of course this should be assembled out of several parts. Note the torsion bars here. And I mean there are plenty of different minor parts. And also you can see here some parts for the exhaust. Next we have sprue with the letter A, which is dedicated to the turret parts, and as far as you can see the turret should be assembled out of separate sections. And it might be a bit tricky for some modelers because it will require careful alignment. So here you can see the parts. Here is, for example, the top panel, here are side panels, and here is the bottom ring. Note that it has some fine detailing with teeth inside. Here are several types of the front fascia, and I also see here the gun muzzle, and here you can see the back rack which was attached to the turret of the Tiger, which is also quite nice because it's molded as a one piece, as you can see here. Now let's jump to the next plastic bag. This one carries a bit smaller sprue. Nevertheless, it's still interesting to see what's included here. Here we find various Pioneer tools which should be attached to the tank, of course. As you can see, everything is molded together with clamps. So you will have to be careful while painting those parts. Also here we have fuel cans. Note that they should be assembled out of 3 parts, so we have 2 halves and 1 handle. And of course some parts for the turret again. And by the way, here you can see the small machine gun. I will zoom camera so that you can see it. Molding quality is very nice, and I would say that it's more or less comparable with some aftermarket accessories available on the market. Next we have the lower pull part, which is designed as a separate tab. Give me a second to open it. Here it is. So at least in case of the bottom hull part, you won't have to deal with alignment because everything is, let's say, given out of the box. Note that inside there is some, let's say, detalization. Nevertheless, the interior in this kit is not included, so you shouldn't expect one inside of this big box. Then we have parts for the tracks. As I said, these are separate link tracks, and here you can see the parts which will be needed for their assembly. And here is the special jig for the tracks assembly. By the way, all track links are packed into this nice plastic box. Here you can see that there are plenty of them. And so it's pretty much all for these parts. Now let's check closer suspension parts, because wheels, road wheels and some other elements are molded on the separate sprues, and these are quite interesting to see because original Tiger had a complex suspension where there were like several levels of the wheels. So model copies this feature precisely, and here you can see the wheels. Note that each wheel is attached from 4 sides, and you have to be careful while trying to cut it off the sprue. And here is another type of the wheels. So everything looks nice, and this particular sprue is given in as 2 similar plastic frames, so that you will have, let's say, necessary amount for the assembly. Another plastic sprue with road wheels. This time it's molded in a bit different shape. Here it is. Just a moment, here is a small bit of plastic. So here it is. The same molding quality, again 1-piece wheels, again on 4 attachment points. And once again the molding quality seems to be nice. I mean, I hope it will be easy to assemble those parts on the tank. And as far as I saw the discussions on the internet and some assemblies of the previous releases of this Tiger, it seems to be that this kit is easy to assemble and easy to work with. Then we have transparent sprue, which is packed into the separate plastic bag. Note that kit features all necessary transparent parts for the visors, for the lamps, and some other clear elements on the tank, so it's quite a nice bonus. Last but not the least is the biggest sprue in this kit, which is dedicated actually to the different parts, because here we have some of the hull parts, we have some of the exhaust system parts, even some small tools and hatches. So I need a second to open it and remove it from the bag. Here it is. So as I say, the top half of the tank is molded as a 1-piece. Here you can see some, I think it's the back side, and this one is the front side. Also here we have some tools, and for example here we have hooks for the towing cable, and as I said, here we have exhaust system pipes which should be attached to the tank. Next we can move to the decals and PE thread, which are packed together in the same plastic bag. Decals feature small writing that it's printed in Italy, which hints us that it was created in cooperation with cartograph, and as you can see, printing quality is quite nice, nothing to complain about. And as for the PE thread, of course it's unpainted. Here you can see it, and it's quite thin, so you'll have to be careful while working with this. And as you saw before, there is another PE thread. I'm not sure what it should be used for. I think for the Zimmerit imitation on your model. Then we have another small bonus which wasn't shown on the box. It's a towing cable which should be made out of the metal rope, and of course it's much better than traditional plastic or thread analogs on some different kits on the market. And the last element here is the assembly manual, which is finished in form of this brochure. There is no history note on the first page. Nevertheless, here we have a parts map. Here we have painting and marking guide, Zimmerit and other parts assembly, and then assembly process starts. Note that some parts should be used straight away as they are placed on the sprue, so you won't have to glue them one by one. You just attach them and then cut them off of the sprue. And here you can see last steps of the assembly. So maybe you can assemble separately the hull, separately the turret and tracks, and then just attach them to the model. So in total there are 12 steps, and then you will have to make a Zimmerit on your tank. So that's pretty much all for this video review. Of course, you can check full review article and detailed photos on our website. And if you like this video, don't forget to press the like button below and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you want to get all fresh videos and articles on time, like our Facebook group, where we submit all fresh posts on time. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next video review as usual.